So please, I'm here as a father to let you know that we love you, we appreciate you, and I always want to assure you that whoever comes to me for advice and direction in terms of support, I'll be more than happy to do that. Please, it should be on merit. It should be on merit. I'm just a poor soul sitting in Kumasi. I only have a moral authority. I don't have a political authority. And I have only a moral authority. And that also will be preserved if I also use that moral authority appropriately, dispassionately, and appropriately. And we are resolving our way of resolving to have these chieftaincy issues where we look at the lineage of people before we get them. No matter who has money or who doesn't have money, you should hear from the appropriate lineage. Once you hear from the appropriate lineage and it is confirmed that the family wants you to be the chief, we will give it to you. No one will be allowed to use his money to influence any chieftaincy title to create confusion and fighting in any village or community or anything. I'm sure that you know that in Ashanti, things are straightened up. In the Hafu area, things are straightened up. Some parts of Akron that falls under my domain, things are straightened up. That is exactly how I'm pursuing that. Therefore, we also would want the police also. Some of them also get involved in chieftaincy matters when it's not necessary. When it is not necessary at all. Because I cannot see how a chief could be gazetted and a police commander will issue instructions to say, don't allow him to go. You are supposed to give him the protection. Against whoever has not been validly nominated or sued. And so if you take sides, it creates problems also for the whole institution and it creates problems for the police.
You say, only penny ever come, then so we deem. And tokwane de ube si wutrimu po se woni panyimu no mo beko na aya bisa ho se na meni panyimu kokun after ntokwa no me widie mu ebeye mese abusia aha eye Jenyame TV message say obe subscribe to channel no se unya nyesa na click the notification button se ne be ya abrani brebia no se drop update bia wonso nsa ebetumi akambi aha eya mamre ene amane fie abusia yebohwi na ye de ani akire Tanoso a ewo Bunu East ye nyina ye nim se eye agenda eye Dormaahene eye ajiman badu ehyehyeye na chese ne timpo nyina ne se nanka eye Bunu nsase nyina beba abeka ne nsa na mani bre a nani ebre eye sikadwa ene kotokohini nti no nanka anka Bunu nsase nyina no aba abehye ne nsa no nso no amama ne ho so abeye se bia kotokohini nanso no mpanyini se opro ho ekofa ahenche ehya obia ensomo eda abusia Tanoso ensensemu ekopie mu ewo court ye nyina nso ye nim se Tanoso ewo Asante Tanoso esom sikadwa nanso no Dormahene ehye agenda bi ema nkofo binum tese Tanoso akonwa won ka ho won men akonwa no kra no ebegina mu na panyini bako a owo mu ye frɛ no na Kwaku Kwarteng ono abɔ no ho ohene ewo Tanoso na ye frɛ no Kwaku Kwarteng a otoso num aka Kwaku Asante abusia ne amenu kasa num Kwaku Asante ekodam afe bako bone ben ana oye ya ha Jenyame TV subscribe to channel no sene me kan no sene be ya nsem bi sei unsabetimi akabi abusia ye nyina ye nim se Tanoso nkonwan sensem ebaye ohene wo ho akotoko hene si no na ya gazette no no na ye the paramount chief of Tanoso nenso no enam agimabadu nsem hunu ne nkwase asem nti no obo Kwaku Kwarteng chidom emo no nso ebegigina mu so no nso ana ye Tanoso hene nyina nso yenim se mra no adwuma ntumi medi nkwase asem Kwaku Kwarteng emma na bati so enam Tanoso krum ana me na me yo mahene me na me yo hene me na me yo brempon menam yo kokroko ana asem no ekopie mu ewo eye court na abusia court echi Kwaku Kwarteng contempt if you say na mra makwan se o man ho so se wo yo hene ana Ghana mra mu no there shouldn't be two paramount chiefs in one area, which means na Kwaku Kwarteng no na mra nyi ni ntu mu abusia na me no ka se Kwaku Kwarteng ekotwa eye 1 year na arawose me woman say adaka ni ma judge na de ne judgment by no ehwa na ujaf ijane nan na abusia we nyina no nsem kan bi America na media ba besi kotokohene ekọ police headquarters na one IGP ne the police board no di nkomo no odi asem bi ebetu mu se bono nsa se de bebre ye ne dia empo no Ghana mra agye atumu na titiri kura no sampa wono akotokohene asase na wode ne dehia akotena so wasi ne dehie se ono na enkohwe na sase so mano na Ghana mra agye na tum na ya gazette no ewo National House of Chiefs enso besi na o kase no se Nana Samba Jafla se o tu anamo ako sampa na Bono Regional Command no asina kwan onim ne ekoso enu nti o de beto police board nanim na the necessary steps also muteki if you say police no mandate say ohene bakuru no so ana ohene tu anamo bo okoba bia na se mo na mo bo ne ho ban enti dienti na Nana Samba Jafla se wo ba sampa na omu esi ne kwan na abusia yenko na de yenkutie kotoko hene ne nsem okan no na ye koba we kokobo ekoma samudua se sene Tanoso ekọ 1 year no ono de ahwa obetwam 10 years yenkutie
My son, the Deputy Minister of the Interior, the IGP, former IGPs that I have seen this afternoon, and then still see them strong and kicking. My dear grandson, Mr. Usupuku, with his walking stick, still going strong. Johnny Walker. Otunsian, still going strong. Agosi. Remember the basement room that we used to go at State House and Corporation, room 1 and room 2. Mr. Kubleno, Apietu, and Bueno. These are all familiar faces that I've dealt with. But I'm still here seeing so many familiar faces here that I didn't know I was going to meet. But when I came here, I still am in good company. Because I've had so many policemen that I've seen having come to Ashanti, and not even Ashanti, but haven't met them, and have had those discussions with them about security and everything.
Sure.
I've seen most of them here, and I say thank you, brother. When I saw you, and then I realized that the police service is still doing well. Mr. Kwaku Kwarteng there, who was the Ashanti Regional Minister Commander 1, Ashanti Regional Policeman Commander 1, and then came back to the headquarters and always making noise. And he would shout when he's standing in front of me to say that I'm here. What do you normally say? I salute, sir. What do you say? But I also have so many different people that I was eager to meet. My in-laws and everything who are here, I was eager to meet them, and I'm here to see them all.
Sure.
I've received the invitation from the IDP to visit the police headquarters. It was a bit surprise to me, but I still felt that it was an onerous duty for me to come because he wanted me to meet the police management board and then to share ideas with you.
Sure.
This afternoon when I came, I spoke about the cooperation between traditional authority and the police service.
Sure.
And how best we can do it. Almost all these IDPs, we have that collaboration. And he has firmed it up today by inviting me here.
Sure.
To be at where the action is. When I wasn't
Sure.
before I became the king of Ashanti, I remember one time the police headquarters was somewhere that I feared very much. Because every time that I'm driving from the railway station to the main ring road, you see the police headquarters and you find this place is something that you don't joke with.
Sure.
And now I'm here and I realize that today the atmosphere is more friendly, brotherly, and of service to the community. That's what
Sure.
I came to encourage you. Ghana needs you most. Ghana relies on you for peace. The security of Ghana internally depends on you, and therefore we don't take it for granted. If I should sleep, I sleep because we have appointed some police officers who guard me in the night and during the day, and they are doing a fantastic job there.
Sure.
It all comes from the training that will be given to these officers that you've appointed here. And therefore, maybe it is not about money. Police should be a calling. This profession must be a calling. If you don't have a passion, I would advise don't go, because I don't think it's for money. You should be devoted, you should have the heart. You should have a compassion for people and be able to interpret the law and then at the same time be firm with people. And therefore, that is why when I had the opportunity this morning and then I'm here now to say that I appreciate you, Ghana appreciates you. Many a time with all due respect when I'm speaking to the president, I talk about the police.
Sure.
The retooling of the police. Because I've seen some wretched cars that the police cannot even use to go and chase some armed robbers.
Sure.
I'm glad to hear and see. I now even have an armored car positioned in front of my shop.
Sure.
That's going to affirm that the retooling is going on. And therefore, you also have to do your part to support governments to be able to have peace. Your duty is not to beat people. Your duty is to make sure that you educate and then a peaceful atmosphere is to be in. I know that there are problems also in the police with some of your personnel that
Sure.
you have to accept.
Sure.
And that also must be looked at. I said that this afternoon. There are some personnel in the police who give the police a bad image.
Sure.
We all have to accept that and appreciate it, and we have to work towards that to be able to. Because you don't go in there and then stop cars and take money when you have to check the insurance.
Sure.
When you have to check whether the tires are working properly, whether that car is valid to be driven on the streets or not.
Sure.
But if you were to take money and leave that wretched car to go, it creates an accident and it kills people.
Sure.
Your duty is to make sure that that car is roadworthy. And it doesn't matter your salary or your wages or not matter. So please, all these are issues that we all have to be sure that we can do it. Also, politicizing the police service is something that we all have to be very careful about.
Sure.
When governments change, I hear some people lobbying to take positions where there's an incumbent IDP. I hear that.
Sure.
I get to know that. Let us do it properly. Let us talk so whoever comes will know that seniority and qualified people will be able to take over.
Sure.
That should be the So that the government would also know this is more qualified. Police Management Board can even recommend who is there to do it. Lobbying and using political persuasions to take positions wouldn't help the police to be more independent. And I believe strongly, having spoken to the current president, I am assured that if he doesn't want to interfere, it will go through the process and whoever is qualified will be able to take over whatever it is. So please, I'm here as a father to let you know that we love you, we appreciate you. And I always want to assure you that whoever comes to me for advice and direction in terms of support, I'll be more than happy to do that. Please, it should be on merit. It should be on merit. I'm just a poor soul sitting in Kumasi. I only have a moral authority. I don't have a political authority. And I have only a moral authority. And that also will be preserved if I also use that moral authority appropriately, dispassionately, and appropriately. We are resolving our way of resolving to have peace as chieftaincy issues, where we look at the lineage of people before we get them. No matter who has money or who doesn't have money, you should hear from the appropriate lineage. Once you hear from the appropriate lineage and it is confirmed that the family wants you to be the chief, we will give it to you. No one will be allowed to use his money to influence any chieftaincy title to create confusion and fighting in any village or community or anything. So I'm sure that you know that in Ashanti, things are straightened up. In the Hafu area, things are straightened up. Some parts of Akron that falls under my domain, things are straightened up. That is exactly how I'm pursuing that. Therefore, we also would want the police also. Some of them also get involved in chieftaincy matters when it's not necessary. When it is not necessary at all. Because I cannot see how a chief could be gazetted and a police commander will issue instructions to say, don't allow him to go. You are supposed to give him the protection. Against whoever has not been validly nominated or ensued. And so if you take sides, it creates problems also for the whole institution and it creates problems for the police. So these are issues that I feel that whilst I'm here in front of the Police Management Board, the faces are familiar, some of them I haven't met, some of them I met, and yet I'm seeing everybody as my son and my daughter and everything, and daughter-in-law. And therefore, I thank you very much for welcoming me, Mr. IDB. Thank you for inviting me here. I believe strongly that you want me to come next time, but it takes time for me to move away from Kumasi. I thank you very much for this reception. Thank you very much.
We and in summer a year Kwaku or the Atubja na police board no etiho na omu eti no mo akra no hu ni se ne yakoso ho no enye na wo de ye hwe abra ye Kwaku kra eba hwesene isi bie kwan mu ma no hwe god of honor ye de ma no ohene ben ne wo Ghana ha wo se obetime nya that opportunity no from a ne ekono you should know say Kwaku he is a monarch onye asante hene ngwon oye Ghana nyina ya hene no mopeu Ghana nyina da ya hene ne Kwaku Ghana nyina if you say wo ajima badu a tiwi Jimmy Ford say wo enya ade a na police headquarters okra no omo hwe wani mumpo fi nyansa bia ni wutidim babia yebebu ene Dormaahene ene suma other than that no en munyam bia ni babia wo ajima badu ubenya abuja aha Jinyame TV make sure so subscribe to channel no na wa click notification but send be abre bia no say you drop video bia won so sabit me den aka bi abre ne bre nyina no ye be koso update mu nti no always bia no mo ne yen enanti mom